Alright boys, pulse rifles are gonna be the topic of today, but not just any pulse rifles. I'm talking about the top 5 best pulse rifles in my opinion. I know I'm not supposed to give my opinion around here, but here I am, again, giving it. I'm going to be going over each pulse rifle and giving their respective god rolls, if you will. If you do have a different top 5, or believe the rolls that I mentioned aren't the best rolls, then by all means, let me know in the comments section, as you all have given me some really good rolls to chase after in the past that I never would have even thought about going after. But you already know the drill. If you're new and only if you enjoy the videos, then be sure to subscribe. Also, I live stream daily over on twitch.tv/myfi with an underscore at the end. So come over and say what's up. Or if you just disagree with the list and you want to tell me how stupid I am, then by all means do that as well. Okay, let's get into the list. Oh, and I almost forgot about the rules, and if you're familiar with any of my other videos, you probably already guessed it, they just can't be exotic. But I will give my personal favorite exotic at the end of the list, just in case you're curious, as well as some honorable mentions. Coming in at number 5, and please sit down because we're starting out kind of weird. Fredericks Broadsword. Now wait, let me explain. Fredericks Broadsword is a 340 RPM kinetic pulse that is acquired from one of the most long and dreadful mind-numbing quests I have ever done, but that's besides the point. This is a weird weapon because once you do acquire it, well, it will come with a set roll. The roll that comes on it when you first get it is Chambered Compensator in column 1 for better stability and recoil control, high caliber rounds in column 2 for increased range and some added flinch for your enemies, Outlaw in column 3 for increased reload speed after getting a precision kill, and finally Desperado, which is unique to this gun, and the Claymore I guess. But this perk increases your rate of fire after reloading while Outlaw is active. Now the reason this gun is so weird is due to the fact that once you acquire it from Shaxx, well, you can get it again with random rolls in the first 2 perk columns as well as a different rolled masterwork, and you can get this from either handing in Crucible tokens or whenever you rank up your Crucible season rank. You know that big large thing that pops up on your screen that's super annoying that somehow they haven't gave us a toggle to toggle off. For column 1 on the random rolled broadsword, I'm looking to increase that range, so corkscrew rifling, extended barrel, hammer forge, small bore, or every PC elite master race favorite full bore. Then in column 2, I'm looking for high caliber rounds for range plus added flinch, ricochet rounds for range and stability, or light mag for range and faster reload. Then for masterwork, I want, you guessed it, because how could you not guess it, range. And the reason I skipped column 3 and 4 is because, like I said, those columns are static on any version of this gun. Now, a lot of you may be thinking I'm crazy as the broadsword has fallen off severely as of recently in the Crucible, but for PvE, my god. This was the gun I was using at the start of the season because of its ability to equip anti-barrier or unstoppable mods from the seasonal artifact. Once you get that first headshot and pop a reload real quick, thanks to Outlaw, well, this thing pretty much goes full auto thanks to Desperado. And as long as you're chaining precision kills, then you'll pretty much have Desperado up at all times. The only thing I can really say here is that if you haven't used the broadsword in the current sandbox, then I would absolutely recommend it, as I can almost guarantee that you won't be disappointed. You literally have a pulse rifle that turns into pretty much an auto rifle that just has no recoil, and it's just great, honestly. Now coming in at number 4, we have every adaptive frame user's favorite, Bygones. This is a 390 RPM kinetic pulse that as of this season can be farmed stupidly easy through a time lost weapon frame bounty available from the Mars obelisk. Getting into the perks, we're going to be looking for range, shocker, and some stability, especially for all my friends over on console. For column 1, extended barrel for range and recoil control, small bore for range and stability, corkscrew for range and stability and handling, and if you're not on console, then of course full bore. Column 2, we got high caliber rounds for increased range and flinch, ricochet for increased range and stability, or light mag for better reload speeds and range. Column 3, which is a weird one as we normally don't find damage perks here, but would you look at that? We actually find them here. Honestly, you can't go wrong with any perk in this column unless you're on PC, in which case rangefinder is a no-go. Also, on a side note, I see a lot of people getting big upset in the comments because of how much I bag on rangefinder. And let me set the record straight, right? Let me clear my name of being a rangefinder hater, right? If you're on console, then yes, rangefinder is good, even great. But over on PC, where our FOV is maxed out at 105, well, rangefinder forces us to zoom even further, meaning we are seeing less of what's around us compared to if we didn't have rangefinder on a weapon. It's like I'm literally going in and out at like such a zoom that I get a headache. I hate rangefinder on PC. On console, it was a great perk back when I played Destiny 2 on console. You know, loved rangefinder. It was just a great perk. But here on PC, because of the increased FOV, it's a negative. But getting back to the perks, like I said, all of them are good, but I like damage perks, so I'm looking at either Rampage or Kill Clip. Now column 4, and well, I only like 2 perks here, and that's full auto because I'm lazy and I hate having to left click every time I want to fire, and then Outlaw for fast reloads upon getting a precision kill. I used bygones for the longest time, and let me tell you, it never disappointed. Also the fact that the God roll can be farmed so easily from the obelisk, that, well, if you don't have one, then what are you waiting for? And if you have a bad roll bygones, then what are you waiting for? Literally, if you don't have one, what are you waiting for? If you don't have a good roll one, what are you waiting for? Go and get to farming. This thing is stupidly easy to farm right now. Now, at number 3, we have Outlast. This is a 540 RPM solar pulse rifle acquired from Gambit Prime or The Reckoning. It does have a curated roll, but it's kind of hot garbage compared to what it can roll randomly with. Column 1, I'm looking for extended barrel for range and recoil control, full bore for range on range, hammer forged rifling for range, or small bore, which is giving us range and stability. Column 2, I want accurized rounds or tactical mag. Column 3, we have 5 perks here, 4 are good, and 1 of them is bad, so let's get rid of the bad one. Goodbye under pressure. Okay, now we got 4 perks. Full auto because, like I said, I'm lazy and I hate having to left click, and then Outlaw for a fast reload on getting a headshot. Rangefinder for my console friends, and my personal pick, Feeding Frenzy. Feeding Frenzy is just Outlaw, but you just don't have to get a headshot. Column 4, well, I want either Rampage or Kill Clip, and if you're going for a grenade build, well, Demolitionist is here too. I would like to personally apologize for anyone that I offended in my video talking about weapons I predicted would be good going into Season of Dawn. Plus the amount of big boy cabal I've been fighting lately, and the fact that just about all of them have solar shields and this deals solar damage, I've been loving it. There's not much to say here besides that it shoots fast, it can reload fast, and it puts down targets even faster. Go and get yourself one. Coming in at number 2, we have a fan favorite. Just about anyone I know that is a pulse rifle fan uses this thing. Blast Furnace. This is a 450 RPM kinetic pulse acquired from the Black Armory, or just, forges, I guess. It does indeed have a curated roll, and while it isn't bad, you can do better with random rolls. Column 1, well, they're all good, so who cares? Column 2, I want accurized rounds or tactical mag for a +2 stability, reload, and mag size. Column 3, well, we're in the same boat as Outlast, as we have both Outlaw and Feeding Frenzy, so the same argument applies here as it did there. And at column 4, guess what? We're in the same boat again as Outlast. Kill Clip and Rampage are both great choices. Pick literally whichever one you think is better. I think Kill Clip's better, especially with a Feeding Frenzy / Outlaw roll just because of the synergy, but choose whatever you want. To be honest, Blast Furnace is just a harder hitting Outlast that happens to be a kinetic weapon. Unless you need your kinetic slot for something like Izzy's, then Blast Furnace will almost definitely be your best choice unless you just so happen to have the weapon that is number 1 on the list. If you are looking to farm out the God roll, then you're going to be spending a lot of time seeing Ada 1, and trust me, she doesn't get any prettier. Actually, she kind of bad now that I think about it. As getting the God roll when it comes to forged weapons might just be some of the most tedious things I've ever done, but I promise it'll be worth it, okay? Now, for 3 honorable mentions before we get on to number 1. And I'm gonna go quick here and not dive too much into detail. We're just gonna be going over the gun and column 3 and 4 perks, which to be honest are really the only perks that ever matter. So Chattering Bone with either the curated role, which is a great role, I would love to have that role, or a role with Outlaw Rampage, shocker. Reload perk, damage perk, shocker. Adore to, you know what, I'm not even going to try to say this because every time I try to say this gun, I get made fun of. So it's just the pulse from that terrible, Vex offensive last season, which is no longer available. But if you did end up getting your hands on a Feeding Frenzy and multi-kill clip roll, then consider yourself blessed by RNGesus himself because this thing shreds. And finally, Whore's Least, which I think that's how you say it, with full auto and kill clip. These guns and a few more I was highly debating to put on this list. So let me know if you think they should have made the list, and then let me know why. Now at number 1, we have the god of pulse rifles, the hardest gun to get in the game due to its .0000001% drop rate. Drum roll please. Go Figure. Go Figure is a 450 RPM. Okay, I'm just joking. Like, come on, I get this thing so many times that I want an emblem that tracks how many times I've had to dismantle it. But for real, at number 1, we have Sacred Providence. This is a 450 RPM kinetic pulse rifle that only drops from the Garden of Salvation raid. I'm skipping all the BS of column 1 and going right for full bore, even though it destroys our stability. We will get it back later in the perks, just wait. Column 2, I went Ricochet to make up for that lost ability for column 1 while also giving range. Column 3, and this is a big one, Rapid Hit. So if you don't know, this is the only pulse rifle in the game that can roll Rapid Hit. And because this is a 4-round burst pulse, well, all you have to do is land an entire burst into an enemy's dome piece, and now you have Rapid Hit times 4, which is 1 off being the max Rapid Hit can go up to times 5. Remember when I said Feeding Frenzy was just like Outlaw but didn't require a precision kill? Well, Rapid Hit is just like Feeding Frenzy, except you don't even have to kill anything. Just land your shots. Also, not to mention, Rapid Hit also gives better stability, turning this thing into what was already a laser into an even more laser, I guess. The thing has no recoil. Finally, in column 4, I want Kill Clip as, well, it's Kill Clip, and it synergizes extremely well with Rapid Hit. I'm not even gonna lie, this gun was what gave me the idea to do this video. I was playing some random Sundial and saw someone with this role, and I quickly started looking for a raid team, as this week is the challenge that can drop 2 of these pulse rifles. It drops, from like the 3rd encounter, and you have a chance of dropping 2 if you do the challenge, and the challenge is really easy, so why not? And that's just gonna further improve your odds of getting the gun, which will further improve your odds of getting this role. And somehow I got almost the exact role I wanted. It had everything that I mentioned whenever I talked about my god role, excluding full bore, of course, because I'm not that lucky. This thing is a monster, and honestly, I'd be surprised if Bungie puts Rapid Hit on another pulse, strictly due to how overpowered this bad boy is in combination with these perks. So if you're looking to get one, then what are you waiting for? Go out and test your luck. And if you're looking for a group to do it with, then head on over to my Discord, which has over 400 members and growing. Link in the description. We have people doing raids all the time over there. Now for my favorite exotic pulse, Outbreak Perfected, my bad. Am I the only one who still calls it by its D1 name? I can't be the only one. This is a 450 RPM kinetic that is acquired from the secret, I guess you could say secret, I don't think it's a secret anymore, 0-hour mission. It has extended barrel in column 1, accurized rounds in column 2, outlaw in column 3, then parasitism in column 4, which causes this weapon to do more damage based on the number of SIVA nanites attached to them. And the special exotic perk, the Corruption Spreads, which states this weapon creates SIVA nanite swarms on rapid hits and precision kills. I don't know if it's because I love this gun in D1 or what, but I absolutely adore this gun now, and its history I think is a part of that as well. Even though I don't find myself using it that often due to it requiring my exotic slot, I still keep it in close reach. And there we go. Let me know if your favorite pulse rifle made it on the list, and if it didn't, then please convince me in the comment section why it belongs on the list. Also, I want to know what your top 5 are. And with all that being said, if you did enjoy the video, then be sure to drop a like, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.